Good evening, students. Good evening, students. Today we are going to continue the last session with bit manipulation instructions. So in the last class we have seen the what arithmetic instructions. Okay, now we have seen the arithmetic instructions. So in the present class we are going to study about the uh, bit manipulation instructions. We are going to study about the bit manipulation instructions. So bit manipulation instructions are nothing but the set of instructions which are going to be perform the logical operations like and or and XOR, not operation, all those things are called, let's say, bit manipulation operation. And the rotate operations as well as the shift operations, all those comes under the bit manipulation. Means the instructions which work based on the bit positions, based on bit position of the given content are called as a bit manipulation instructions. Okay, so here also the bit manipulation instructions will affect the some of the conditional flags. And we are having the set of instructions which falls under the bit manipulation are number one is a and operation, or operation, not operation, XOR operation, and the test operation. So the next one is the shift instructions, which are SHL, SAL, SHR, SER. So shift, SHL, SAL, both are acting as a, same instructions. We will see them one by one, no problem at all. We are going to take the syntax for each and every instruction, and we are going to have the depth analysis on each and every instruction. After that, we are having the what is it? Rotate instructions. So rotate left through carry, rotate right through carry. Okay. So let us see the first set of instructions under the bit manipulation, which is nothing but the AND operation. Okay, which is nothing but the AND operation. Okay, so the syntax for the AND instruction is AND space destination, AND space destination. Otherwise, I'll take the DEST and destination, comma source. Destination, comma source. So this instruction is going to be performs the this instruction performs the logical AND operation between the destination and source, stores the result in the destination. Okay. So it is going to perform the what is that logical AND operation between the destination and source, and stores the final result in the destination. Okay. Stores the final result in the destination. Okay. So here, what exactly the AND operation? AND operation is nothing but it is a bitwise operator. It is not the bytewise. It is a bitwise operator. So if you want to know, I think all of you know exactly what exactly the AND operation. AND is nothing but if any one of the input AND gate, it is just like AND gate operation. So AND instruction is nothing but it is performing the logical AND gate operation, which you would have seen in during the digital electronic concept. So what exactly the AND gate statement? AND gate statement says that if at all both inputs, it means if I'm taking the what is that two input AND gate, if I'm taking the two input AND gate, if both inputs are 1, then the output is 1, otherwise the output is equals to the 0. Okay, an AND gate statement is nothing but, so if both inputs are, if all inputs, if we are having the more than two inputs, if all inputs are logical 1 or binary 1, if all inputs are binary 1, then output is 1, then the output is going to be the 1, otherwise output, so I'm just writing the O/P, output is 0, that is nothing but the binary 0. If you want more specific one, then it is going to be the binary 0, okay. So logical AND operation, AND instruction performs the logical AND operation between the destination and source, stores the final result in the destination. So if you want the what is that statement for the AND operation says that if at all the inputs are binary ones, then the output is 1. Otherwise, in short, while writing the statement, I'm writing like this. If you want the oral statement, if any one of the input is 0, output is going to be 0, or if all inputs are ones, then the output is going to be the 1. So that is a statement for AND gate. That is a statement for AND gate. Okay. So the next case is a OR gate. Let us go for OR gate. Okay. So I think OR gate. Okay. Let us take the OR gate operation. So OR gate means, okay, OR gate, right? So OR operation. OR operation is nothing but OR. OR operation is nothing but OR. OR, again the statement is same. Destination, comma, source. Destination, comma, source. Okay. So here also destination is equals to the, it is performing the OR logic operation between the destination and source, and stores the final result in the destination, okay. So OR statement is nothing but what? OR and OR gate statement, logical gate, which is nothing but the OR gate. OR gate statement says that if any one of the input is 1, then the output is going to be 1. If all inputs are 0, then output is going to be 0. It is just quite opposite to the AND operation. It is quite opposite to the AND operation. Okay. So OR gate statement is nothing but if any one of the input is 1, then the output is going to be 1. If all the inputs of the OR gate is equals to the 0, then the output is going to be 0. So that is a statement for the OR gate. So syntax for this one is a OR space destination comma source. So it is performing the OR logical operation between the destination and source, stores the final result in the destination, destination. So this is about the OR operation. Okay. So let us see the NOR operation also. So NOR operation, okay, not operation, not. So okay, not is nothing but it is performing the ones complement operation. Not destination is nothing but it is performing the ones complement operation on the content available in the destination. Okay. So which means I'm going to write destination is equals to the ones complement of destination. So means it is performing the ones complement on the destination content and stores the result back into the destination register itself. Okay. So NOT gate is nothing but 1 becomes a 0, 0 becomes a 1. In simple statement, 1 becomes a 0, 0 becomes a 1. That is nothing but the NOT gate. So let us go for the another kind of gate, which is nothing but the XOR gate. Another kind of gate which is nothing but the XOR gate, right? XOR gate. Okay. XOR gate is nothing but the exclusive OR operation. So the syntax for this one is destination comma source. So here the thing is it is performing the exclusive OR operation between the destination. It is performing the exclusive operation between the destination and source. And stores the result back into the destination. So what is the statement for the XOR gate? So if you want to give the uniform definition for this particular XOR gate, so XOR gate statement, we have the different names. So XOR gate, what is the statement for the XOR gate is a question. Okay. So the statement is whatever the statement I am going to give, that is going to be applicable for any kind of XOR gate. Means the XOR gate may have the 2 input XOR gate, the XOR gate may be the 3 input or n input XOR gate, whatever the input it is. Okay. So this statement is going to be applicable to that particular XOR gate. Okay. So if at all the XOR gate is having the odd number of ones at the input, if at all the XOR gate is having the odd number of ones, ODD number of ones at the input, then the output equals to the 1. Otherwise the output equals to the 0. Okay. So the statement is if at all we are having the odd number of ones, if at all the exclusive OR gate is having the odd number of ones at the input, then the output is going to be 1. Otherwise the output equals to the 0. That is a XOR gate statement. Means if odd number of if odd number of okay wait number of ones are there at the if odd number of ones are there at the input of XOR gate, then the output, I'm just writing in short, which is a O/P, output is 1, otherwise output is 0. That is a logical 0, binary 0 in short. If you want, no, it is a binary 0. Okay, so XOR gate statement is nothing but if odd number of ones are there at the input, of if odd number of ones are there at the input of the XOR gate, then the output is a 1, otherwise the output is 0. So this statement is going to be uniform to all the types of the gate, XOR gate. Means we may have the 2 input XOR gate, 3 input XOR gate, 4 input XOR gate, or n number of inputs are there to a particular gate. Then this statement is going to be applicable for that particular XOR gate. Okay, so after that we are having the test statement. Test statement is also performing the comparison operation. So after that, after the test, we are having the shift operation. So I think we are having the SHL. Yeah, let us go for the SHL. Next one is a SHL. Okay, what are the instructions we have? SHL, SAL, SHR, SAR. Okay, SHL. Okay, so SHL space, syntax is destination comma count. Destination comma count. So SHL is nothing but this instruction is used to perform the shift left operation. This instruction is used to perform the shift left operation. This instruction as well as another instruction we have now, SAL, both are performing the same kind of operation. Both instructions are performing the same kind of operation. Both instructions are performing the same kind of operation. Shift left means these two instructions are performing the these two instructions are performing the same kind of operation. Means they are shifting the content of the destination to the left side by count number of times. So here the count number of times means you are supposed to specify how many bit positions you would like to shift the content of the destination to the left side. How many number of bit positions you would like to shift the content of the destination to the left side. That count should be mentioned over here. So if at all the count is only 1 bit position, if at all the count is only 1 bit position, means only one time you would like to shift the content to the left side, then you are supposed to write the 01. You can write the 01 as a part of the instruction. What I mean to say that, so if at all your count should be, if at all you are interested to shift the destination content only one time, then you can mention that value 01h is as a part of the instruction. If you would like to shift the content of the destination, wait a minute, it's disturbing me a lot. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, SHL, right? We started with the SHL and SAL. SHL and SAL, both are performing the same kind of operation. Syntax was what? SHL, just few minutes back we have seen this. SHL destination comma count. SHL comma count. Okay, SHL space destination comma count means this instruction shifts the content of the destination to the left side by count number of times. So this count may be 1 bit position, or this count may be the more than 1 bit position. So before that, let us see the diagrammatical explanation of this particular shifting operation. Let us suppose I'm having some data. It is a group of binary bits, right? It is a group of binary bits. So obviously we are going to have the it is a group of binary bits, means I'm going to have the LSB as well as the MSB. Assume that this is a MSB. It is not the assumption, actually most significant bit. This one is going to be the most significant bit. So assume that this bit position is indicating the MSB, and This bit position is indicating the LSB. LSB. This bit position is indicating the LSB. Okay. Now, we are interested to perform the shift left operation. SHL, SAL both are performing the same kind of operation. They are shifting the content of the destination to the left side by count number of times. To the left side by count number of times. When it is shifting the content to the left side, obviously the MSB is going to be moved to the left side. MSB is going to be moved to the left side, and LSB is going to be occupies the next bit position. Now, LSB is going to be occupies the next bit position, and this LSB bit position is going to be occupies the next bit, and this one is going to be occupies the next bit. This one is going to be occupies the next bit, and so on. And the MSB is moving out of the bit combination. Out of the bit combination, this MSB is going to be occupies the. It is going to be saved in the another bit called as a flag bit, which is nothing but the CF carry flag. MSB is going to be stored inside the carry flag. MSB is going to be stored inside the carry flag. Now, as we are performing the left shift operation, upon the left shift, LSB is occupying the leftmost significant bit. Now, this LSB is going to be filled with the binary 0. This LSB is going to be filled with the binary 0. Okay, it is going to be filled with the binary 0. Okay, so this is what the SHL operation. It is going to be shifts the content to the content of the destination to the left side by count number of times. By count number of times. Upon every shift, the LSB is going to be filled with the 0. LSB is going to be filled with the 0. If you want a more specific explanation, then let me take this value. I may be exceeding the explanation, but let us realize for all the people. Okay, now D7. I'm just taking the 8-bit number D7, D6, D5, D4, D3, D2, D1, and so on D0. Okay, so here I'm assuming that it is a 8-bit number. This is a 8-bit number, right? This one is going to be the 8-bit number. This one is going to be the 8-bit number. So as we know that D0 becomes the LSB. D7 becomes the MSB. D7 becomes the MSB. Okay, now. So let us suppose I would like to perform the left shift operation only one time. I would like to perform the left shift operation for only one time. At that time, I am going to write the syntax like this. So SHL or SAL, whatever the instruction it is, you can make use of SHL space. Destination is, well, let us suppose this 8-bit number, whatever the 8-bit number we are specifying over here. I'm assuming that 8-bit number is there in the BL register. I'm assuming that 8-bit number is there in the BL register. Then I'm going to write SHL space BL. SHL space BL comma. How many times you would like to shift? Only one time. Only one time means I'm going to mention the value directly as a part of the instruction. Value directly as a part of the instruction. For this instruction, for this particular instruction, okay, now. So for this particular instruction, this is an example for instruction I took for the explanation point of view. It is an 8-bit number. So BL is a 8-bit number. Then at that time, it is a LSB. Now this LSB is going to be shifted to the D1 bit position. D1 bit position shifted to the D2. D2 bit position shifted to the D3. D3 bit position shifted to the D4. D4 bit position shifted to the D5. D5 bit position shifted to the D6. D6 bit position shifted to the D7. Now the D7 is the MSB. Now this MSB is going to be copied into the one flag register flag bit called as a carry flag. One flag bit called as a carry flag. So MSB of this particular bit number is going to be copied into the CF. MSB of this particular bit number is going to be copied into the CF. Now what about the LSB? D0 is come to the D1 now. So D0 is empty now. Now this particular D0, this particular D0 is going to be filled with the 0. This particular D0 is going to be filled with the 0. Okay. So upon every shift, it is going to perform the same thing. Let us suppose this particular number is, I'm not interested to shift only one time. I would like to shift this content, BL content, more than one time. Then what I am supposed to do? Whatever the count you are having, whatever the more than one time you would like to shift the content of the destination, which is nothing but the BL register, to the left side. That value should be taken as a count value into the counter register. That value should be taken as a count value into the counter register, which means, let us suppose I would like to shift 2 times. I would like to shift the content of BL 2 times. At that time, you are supposed to write move whatever the count value, how many times you would like to shift now, that count value should be loaded into the counter register lower byte. counter register lower byte. Okay, now I'm writing the counter register lower byte value into the CL register. I'm writing the count value. How many times you would like to shift, that count value should be loaded into the CL register. And after that, I'm going to make use of the SHL instruction followed by the what is that? Destination is what? BL register comma CL. So what is the difference between these two instructions? Means in this instruction we are performing only one time shifting. One time the left shift operation is performed only one time. But here the left shift operation is performed based on the count value. So here the count value is how much? 0 2. Means if you are interested to shift the content to the left side by more than one time, that value should be taken as a count value and that should be loaded into the counter registers. So that's why we are having the syntax like this. So we are having the syntax over here now. We are having the syntax over here. Syntax says that it shifts the destination content to the left side by count number of times. Whatever the count we are having, that is a more than one time, that count value should be loaded into the CL register, which is nothing but the counter register lower byte. Counter register lower byte. And remember that upon every shifting, if it is more than one time, that many number of times the LSB is going to be filled with the 0. That many number of times the LSB is going to be filled with 0. That many number of times the MSB is going to be fall into the CF. Okay, that many number of times the MSB is going to be fall into the CF. If you want one more diagrammatic explanation, MSB, after that I'm going to take one shifting. So here we are going to have the LSB, and this LSB is going to fill with 0. This LSB is going to fill with 0. I think you are unable to see, so that's why I'm writing over here. It is going to be filled with 0. But this MSB is falling into where? It is going to be fall into the CF register. That is the CF flag, which is a carry flag. This is the syntax for the SHL and SAL. Both instructions are used to perform the shift to left operation by count number of times. Okay, so I think this is a clear for you, and I'm going for the next set of instruction, which is nothing but the next set of instruction, which is nothing but SHR. Okay, next set of instruction, which is nothing but the SHR. Okay, syntax is same. Destination comma count. So this instruction shifts the content of the destination to the right side. Previously it was the left side. Now it is going to be shifts the content to the right side by count number of times. Okay, it is going to be shifts the content of the destination to the right side by count number of times. Now if you want the more diagrammatical explanation, I'm having the diagram in the PDF, don't worry. Okay, so shift right, yeah. So SHR, we took the SHR, right? Look at this SHR shift right operation, which SHR, the syntax is destination comma count. Again, if the count is more than one time, that count value should be loaded into the CL register, which is a counter register, and that counter register should be used as a part of the instruction, and you are supposed to mention the destination register. Okay, so here this syntax is going to be performs the operation like this. Upon every right shift operation, the LSB of the 8-bit number or the 16-bit number, whatever the bit position it is. So destination may be the 8-bit number or the 16-bit number, whatever the size it is. Okay, so that size LSB is going to be copied into the CF, shifted into the CF, and MSB is going to be filled with the 0. LSB is falling into the carry flag, and MSB is going to be filled with the 0. MSB bit position is going to be filled with the 0, and the MSB bit is copied into the next bit position, which is a D6 and so on. Okay, so here I think sorry, it is hang on. Okay, this is a shift right operation. Now we are having one more shift right operation. So one more shift right operation. So SAR. This one is quite opposite to the previous SHR. SHR is nothing but it is performing the right shift operation, and MSB is filled with the 0. But in this case, MSB is going to be retained. MSB is going to be retained, but it is shifting the content of the destination to the right side on every count value. Okay. So what I mean to say that, let me take this one. No, no. Okay, go back to, okay. SAR, right? SAR space destination, comma, count. Shifts the destination to the right side by count number of times, na? By count number of times. So if you want to know that one, then what I'll do is I'll take the bit positions for your explanation in order to clarify that out. So I'm just taking the D7, D6. Okay, come on, man. D7, D6, D5, D4, D3, D2, D1, D0. Okay, so this is what we are having. It is a bit combination, right? It is a bit combination, 8-bit bit combination. The same thing is going to be applicable to the 16-bit number also, as we know that this is a LSB and this is a MSB. Okay, so upon right shift operation, what we have seen in the previous diagram, we have seen something right in the previous diagram. So in this diagram, the LSB is going to be copied into the CF register. The MSB is going to be copied into the CF bit. MSB is going to be copied into the CF bit. Sorry, LSB, least significant bit. Upon every right shift operation, LSB is going to be copied into the carry flag, and this D1 bit position is going to be copied into the D0, D2 bit position into the D1, D3 bit position to the D2, D4 bit position to the D3, D5 bit position to the D4, D6 bit position to the D5, and D7 bit position to the D6 bit position. Now this particular one, so in the SHR case, MSB is going to be filled with a 0, but in this case the MSB is going to be retained. The MSB is going to be retained. No sir, we are not getting that one, means just realize. So after shifting, I'm going to write the bit position. After shifting, I'm going to write the bit position. So here I'm going to write the bit position. D7 is going to be there as it is. Under the D6 bit position, the D7 is going to be retained. Okay. Under the D5, D6 is going to be occupied. Under the D6, D5 is going to be occupied. Under the D3, D4 is going to be there. Under the D2, D3 is going to be there. Under the D1, D2 is going to be there. Under the D0, D1 is going to be there. Under the CF is going to be filled with the D0. CF is going to be filled with the D0. It is going to be done on every shift. Okay. Now, so if at all I am performing the one more right shift operation means the D7 is going to be written as it is. So let us suppose, let me take the pink color. So here I am going to take the same number, means second time I would like to perform the shifting operation. This is the first time. Second time I would like to perform the right shift operation at that time. So as I said, MSB is going to be copied to the next bit position. This one is going to be the next bit position. This one is going to be the next, this one is going to be the next bit position, and this one is going to be the next bit position. This one is going to be the next bit position, and from there to the next bit position, from there to the next bit position, and from there to the CF. Okay. So here what I'm going to do means I'm going to make use of D7. So I'm just writing in the bit position format. So here this MSB is going to be there here now. So let me write this MSB. This MSB is going to be written as it is. This MSB is going to be written as it is, means I'm going to have the D7 as it is. In the second shift operation, I'm having the D7, one more D7, and the D7 becomes the D6, right? Yeah, D6. I'm going to have the D6, D7, D7, D7. No, it is going to be the D7 because the D7 is going to be shifted to the right side and it is going to be retained. And now it is going to be the D6. Now it is going to be the D5. Now it is going to be the D4. Now it is going to be the D2. Now it is going to be the D1. And now this one is going to be the, now this one is going to be the D0. This one is going to be the D, sorry, yeah, it is going to be the D0. So means, yeah, I missed out one sequence, right? D3, 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 D2, and in the next shift, D1 is going to be occupied the CF position. So means on every shift, on every shift, MSB is going to be retained, means a copy of the MSB is going to be there in the MSB bit position, and it is shifted to the next bit position, 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 and finally the last one is going to be the CF bit position. So this is about the SAR. The difference between the SHR and the SAR. In case of the SHR, if we are taking the control T and going for SHR syntax, SHR syntax is going to be the same. SHR, the syntax is destination comma count. So in case of the SHR, MSB is filled with this MSB is going to be filled with 0 on every shifting operation. MSB is going to be filled with 0. But in case of the SAR, the MSB is going to be retained as it is, and this a copy of the MSB is right shifted on every count, right shifted on every shifting operation. So how many times this shifting is going to be done? That purely depends on the count value. So this is about the SH. Okay, now shifting operation. Okay, so the next case is rotate instruction. Let us go for the rotate operation. So ROL is there, RCL is there, ROR is there, RCR is there. Okay, let me take the rotate operation. Rotate. So ROL. Okay, R characters, right? ROL space destination comma com. Again, it is going to be the how many times you would like to rotate the content of the destination. Okay, now so what I'll do is I'll go with another one, the PDF explanation. Okay, so it is a wasting of time again and again writing that one. It's going to be the wasting of time. Okay. So we have the rotate right operation, right? First one is what we started with the ROL. Yeah, it is going to be the rotate left operation. Means MSB is a copy of the MSB. A copy of the MSB is loaded into the CF, and the same copy is going to be occupies the LSB bit position, and LSB is going to be performed rotate to the left side, just like the shifting operation. But here we are performing the rotating operation, because the bits which are there in the destination, they are getting rotated. But in case of the shifting operation, on every shift, the MSB, either the MSB or the LSB, is going to be filled with 0, except the SAR. In remaining 3 instructions, either the MSB or LSB is going to be filled with 0 on every shift operation. But in case of the rotate operation, it is not like that. The new 0 bits are not going to be included. Simply LSB is going to be rotated to the left side, and finally we have the MSB, and this MSB, a copy of the MSB is loaded into the CF bit position, and at the same time a copy of this one is loaded into the LSB bit position, least significant bit position. Okay, so if you want to know that one, I think yeah, let me write over here. MSB, I took it as a D7. It is going to be the D6, D5. I'm just taking it and so on. Let me take the D1, and this one is going to be the LSB. Already we have the LSB, right? So this LSB is going to be loaded into D1 position, D1 bit position into the D2 position, D5 into the D6 position, D6 into the MSB bit position, and a copy of the MSB is loaded into the CF bit, which is a carry flag. We will see the bit definition of the flag register in the upcoming classes, don't worry about it. And the same copy of the MSB is going to be loaded into the LSB bit position. So means this content is rotated. We are not going to introduce the zeros, but in case of the shifting operation, zeros are going to be introduced. So this is about the ROL. ROL is nothing but rotate the destination to the left side by count number of times. We have one more kind of rotate left operation, which is nothing but the RCL. We have one more type of rotate instruction called as a RCL. Previously the rotation was among the bit positions, and a copy of the MSB is loaded into the CF. Now in case of the RCL is nothing but rotate left through carry. Means This instruction is going to be rotate the destination content to the left side by count number of times through carry. Through carry means MSB is loaded into the CF, CF is loaded into the LSB. Previously, MSB was loaded into the LSB, but in this case, MSB is loaded into the CF and CF is loaded into the LSB bit position and so on. So this is a rotate left through carry. RCL is nothing but rotate left through carry instruction. Yeah, rotate left through carry instruction. Rotate left through carry instruction. How many times it is going to be rotated? That purely depends on the count value. And if it is more than one time, just like the shift operation, if it is more than one time, then that count value should be loaded into the counter register, which is nothing but the CL register. Counter register, which is nothing but the CL register. Okay, now. So this is about the RCL. Let us go for the ROR. Let us go for the ROR. Rotate right. Okay, now rotate right. So it is going to be rotates the destination content to the right side by count number of times. Upon every rotate right means MSB is going to be into the D6 position, D6 to the D5 and so on, D1 position to the LSB, and the LSB is going to be rotated into the MSB bit position, as well as a copy of the LSB is saved in the CF. A copy of the LSB is saved in the carry flag. Okay. So just like the ROL, this one is going to be the rotate right, previous one is the rotate left. So here it is not through the carry, but RCR is going to be through the carry. Okay, so this one is going to be through the carry, means LSB is not directly what is that rotated into the MSB. Actually LSB is going to be occupies the carry flag bit position, carry flag to the MSB and so on to the LSB and so on. So this is a rotate right through carry. This one is going to be the rotate right through carry. So we have the 4 rotate instructions: ROL rotate left, RCL rotate left through carry, RCR ROR rotate right, RCR rotate through carry. Okay, so these are the 4 rotate instructions which we are having. These are the 4 rotate instruction which we are having. Okay, so in short we are having the bit manipulation instructions. Under the bit manipulation instructions, we have seen the logical operations, logical and or not, XOR. Test operation is nothing but it is just like a comparison between the 2 operands, destination and the source. So we will see the CMP instruction. Once we see the CMP, we will come to know that one. So after that, we are having the SHL instruction. That is nothing but these 4 are the shifting instructions. These 4 are shifting instructions. Out of these 4, these 3 are going to be fills the either to the these two are the left shift operation. So upon every left shift operation, LSB is going to be filled with 0. In this case, SHR case, right shift operation, but upon every right shift operation, MSB is going to be filled with 0. But in case of the SAR, it is going to be quite different. Okay, now in case of the SAR, MSB is going to be retained, a copy of the MSB is right shifted and stored into the next bit position and so on. So after that, we are having the rotate instructions. So rotate left instruction, rotate through carry, rotate left, rotate through carry, rotate right, rotate through carry. Okay. So these are the bit manipulation instructions which we have seen as a part of the instruction set in 8086 microprocessor. Now let us see the another kind of instructions which are nothing but the string instructions. Okay. So let me check the time. 6:34. So we'll see the string instructions in the next coming class, because it is a time up. We'll continue in the next class with the string instructions and other instructions. Okay, now don't worry about it. We are discussing. I think we are discussing more detail about each and every instruction. Okay, now don't worry about it. But if you are having any doubts regarding the instruction set, let me know in the group. I think tomorrow I'm going to get my phone, so we can. If you are having any queries regarding the instruction set, you can post in the WhatsApp group. Okay, that's all for today's class. We'll continue in the next class with another explanation. Thank you.